Tamara breezed in through the front door of her childhood home, Max in tow, and on into the sitting room, fending off an exuberant doggy welcome from Jabber. Oh. She stopped short at the sight of the man talking to her parents and Lyddie, her sister. A jolt of recognition. Jed Cassius. The last time Tamara had seen Jed, he and Lyddie had been 13, a huge 3 years older than Tamara. Her heart twisted to remember how Lyddie had been seeing fun, good-looking Jed Cassius, writing his name on her books at school, and being told off at home for hanging out with him instead of getting her homework done. Now, there wasn't even recognition in Lyddie's eyes, as she treated him to her usual open and guileless smile. Hello, Tamara began. When Jed Cassius only stared in response, she glanced at her parents for clues to the mood. Her father Sean wore his usual genial expression, but Cheryl, her mother, looked wary. Lyddie stumped across the room, flinging herself on Tamara with a big hot hug and a wet kiss. "Hey, Mara! Way to go!" Way to go was Lyddie's latest phrase. She latched on to certain combinations of words and used them over and over. Beaming, she hauled Tamara forwards, almost into Jed Cassius. "This is my sister Mara, and her boyfriend, Max." Gently, Sean took Lyddie's arm, a signal that she needed to calm down. "Yes, remember Jed, Tamara. We used to be friendly with his family." Jed's eyes were the green side of hazel. They hadn't changed. But the gangling, laughing teen of Tamara's memory had been overlaid with a self-possessed, assured man. Taller, built from muscle, jaw like a blade, his hair darker. She swallowed. "Yes, I remember you. You live right down Main Road, not far from Gabe Piercy's place?" He smiled faintly. "I remember you being around, but I wouldn't have recognized you." Lyddie was fixed firmly in chatter mode. "Isn't Mara's dress pretty? I like the way it shows the tops of her boobs." Jed Cassius was surprised into letting his eyes flicker to Tamara's neckline, and though well used to Lyddie's lack of inhibition, Tamara felt the beginnings of a blush. "Max," Lyddie beamed, "do you like the way—" "Oh yes, saucepan lid." Max gave Lyddie's long hair a friendly tug. Lyddie, eyes bright, roared with laughter at the familiar joke. "My name's Lyddie, not Lyd. I can't fit on a saucepan. Maxie Max, did you buy a house?" "I've seen one I like, but it's not in the village." "Let's talk about that later." Tamara shot Max a warning frown. She turned back to Jed. "We used to call your parents Uncle Don and Auntie Fiona. Your family moved away not long after Lyddie's accident." Their departure had been only a spark of sadness in a furnace of grief, as Tamara had been forced to watch Lyddie struggling to talk in her new laborious voice, and to grind through physio with her new awkward body. Jed nodded. "That was us." Cheryl slid a brisk arm around Lyddie. "Come on, darling, it's 9:30. Let's get you ready for bed." If Lyddie didn't get enough sleep, she turned grouchy and difficult. But challenging behaviour had to be accepted from someone who was 33 going on 11, who had bits of her brain that seemed to have set, like the tarmac her head had crashed onto when a speeding car had knocked her old life right out of her. Lyddie's mouth turned down. "I don't want to go to bed. Tamara's not going to bed." "But you need your sleep, darling." Cheryl took her hand. Reluctantly, Lyddie allowed herself to be guided towards the stairs. "Can Jabber sleep with me tonight, Mum? Just tonight, just once. He'll be good. He's a good dog, Jabber is." She was wasting her breath. Cheryl never allowed Jabber to sleep upstairs, and he always seemed perfectly content.